Welcome back to the Cross Up Podcast. My name is Alan. I'm here with the usual host. You know how it goes. Today we're going to be
Yeah.
covering. It's like a recap episode over all the events and stuff that have been going on. So Summer Games Fest, we're going to talk about it. What we're happy for, what we're not happy about. Same with the Xbox
By the way,
Showcase,
clarification: video game events.
video game. Well, I
Video
guess
game
yeah, of
events.
video game
Yeah.
events. And then we're going to talk about a little bit about CEO because I'm watching it on my second monitor at the moment. Top 16 is
Yeah.
still going on.
It's been pretty good.
It's been all right. It's been a good time. My boy Yagami's still going through it, so that's who I want to make it to top 8 at least.
My boy got eliminated, so
Yeah, I saw him beat Cuddlecore, and then I was like busy doing something else before the podcast, so I missed the second match.
yeah, he got eliminated by Farzine.
Oh, Farzine. Was Farzine still on victory?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was.
All right, do you guys want to start with the Summer Games Fest? You want to start with Xbox or the State of
I got
Play?
something real quick to start with.
Oh, we have the State of Play as well.
Yeah, so real quick, Mind's Eye came out to
Oh,
terrible
boy.
reviews.
Yeah, that game is something else, let me tell you.
And I had a friend who said, I gotta pull out the message. Because he tried to call me out on some shit, and I was like, I'm not having it.
I'm not having it.
I'm not having it. Oh my god. This will not stand.
He said, this is the game y'all said looks better than GTA 6. Look, man.
I said it looked
Look.
more interesting.
A little more interesting. I said I wasn't going to buy the game unless it was good. It had to be good.
Which is almost impossible.
And you know what? Even in the mess that it's in, it might be better than GTA 6. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I haven't played the game. I just see what people play.
I see people trying to play it.
Yeah, I see.
They tried
and
to.
them crashing while it's going. What's his name? Was it Cold Carnage? Was him that was playing it?
Yeah, I think so.
Crashing.
That's
Or you run over an NPC and they start stretching out and shit. That shit was funny as fuck.
Oh god.
Oh, they must have borrowed that from CG Project Red. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say Skyrim.
Nah. That's some cyberpunk nonsense right there. Actually, no, in cyberpunk, you like run over somebody and your character A poses and his clothes disappears, and then he's just on the top of the car while it drives.
Yeah, that's definitely cyberpunk.
That's a special brand.
But yeah, another game that's been released in a shitty state.
Yeah.
When will it end?
It's unfortunately just like the standard now, I feel like, which is really tragic. And it's why I only play specific games now. Like there's a lot of these games that are announced that sure look kind of cool or I'm kind of interested in. But like realistically, unless it's like from very specific studios, I don't play them or pick them up even like within the first week. And even then, because of that, like we'll be honest, like I'm way more willing to try 95% of the Xbox games, even if I'm not as interested, versus like some of these other AAA games or whatever you say, because at least with Xbox, a lot of them are on the Game Pass, and I can justify at least giving my time to that. Whereas I'm paying like $80, $70, maybe even more on like Mind's Eye, and I can't even play through the game.
That's kind of funny. We had that conversation about like what's the price point of we're willing to pay for our games, and I forgot that I live with my wife, and we play on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So we can buy whichever game we want. We can just play on the same console. Just
yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss.
So
I'm sorry for your loss.
Hey man,
it's okay. You know, speaking of Sony though, this maybe we go with their state of play first, right? Maybe
All right, let's start with the state of play.
Maybe we talk about the Sony boys first.
I mean, honestly, out of the 3 shows this week, and it's only because of the specific games that were shown off, I think overall I was a little bit more excited maybe for the state of play versus like the Summer Games Fest at least. I think the only thing that was really shown off there was like Resident Evil that I cared about. And then like the Xbox showcase was cool, but that's only really because of Ninja Gaiden if we're being real.
Your mic's doing that thing.
Oh, hold on.
I only really saw like one game that looked any type of interesting from the state of play. And even with that, I have so much I'll have to see more before I even give this thing like the thought that it will be a good idea. It's that game from the former CD Projekt Red people.
Oh, the vampire game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
I
mean,
have
that one was
that
fine.
does look good.
my problem is I have a feeling it's about to be just like whatchamacallit? Mind's Eye. I think we're about to get another Mind's Eye with that.
Oh.
That would be tragic if
Like
that
I think yeah, like I think it's one thing to say like, oh yeah, like CD Projekt Red is actually making a game and Sony just happens to be the publisher this time, but to say like, oh, we were the developers that worked on this, I'm like, that doesn't give any validity that this game is about to be any kind of good just because you did work on The Witcher in a capacity. Like that's not a like it's different. I think if you were like, oh yeah, I was the guy who did I was the animator for The Witcher 3's takedowns or something like that. I'm looking like, okay, well then I got some confidence it's gonna be a good looking game. It's gonna have some good interactions, but I don't know. I don't know.
I feel
We'll
like
have
we're
to
in
see.
the state of gaming where it's just like wait and see.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, pretty
Everything.
much. But
I
at least
don't.
with the state of play, I mean, I thought there was more things that were at least interesting. Not necessarily, funnily
Yeah,
enough, that vampire game I was really not into at all.
No.
I
Oh,
thought it was like an interesting idea, but because again, it's like ex CD Project Red people, and again, we don't know what they specifically did or whatnot. And if they just specifically worked on The Witcher 3, I already don't like that game, so why would I like this one?
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And so that one was like not even on my radar. But like Romeo is a Dead Man, I think is from was
yeah.
it Suda65 is his name? I've always found his games really interesting and a lot of fun. And so I'm always willing to give his games a shot. Neo, obviously, but that's more because I've always been a fan of Neo. We
That's
have
a franchise I need to go back and play because
I
I
haven't
always
finished
always
this.
started it and I
Yeah,
never finished it.
I haven't finished the second one, but I'm gonna. It's been a long time, so I'll probably go back and play both of them before 3. Um, we have Silent Hill, which I'm always been a big fan of Silent Hill, and so the Silent Hill Elf is I'm something willing to shot and give it a shot and try. I'll be
I'm
honest, I'm not
Go ahead.
too keen about it. I I would have
I'm
rather
too,
had Silent
but
Hills.
I feel like I'm on a horror story kick this year, and I'm excited for it.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm excited for it, but the problem is, like, horror games are very, I don't know, at least for me, they are very specific, and so like I either love them or I hate them, and so that's kind of just where I'm at. Final Fantasy
Did you
Tactics is
wait?
more
You
just
played
like a.
Silent Hill 2 remake, right?
I haven't played the remake yet. No, just the original. Obviously, Final Fantasy Tactics. I just like seeing Final Fantasy Tactics back. Pragmata is something that I thought it was never gonna come out, and I thought it was in fucking development hell, but then it got shown off,
It's
and
yeah.
and apparently, according to a lot of people that got to play it at the physical Summer Games Fest, it's pretty good. But again, I want to see more gameplay and more information, and then try it out myself before I say it's good or not. So like overall, there's a lot of things that I was actually like genuinely interested in, but like none of it that it's like right away I'm gonna like buy. Like very like it takes a very specific game and developer for me to like jump on board and like even pre-order nowadays. Like Resident Evil 9 is probably one of the few that I'll probably do. Obviously like Tokon Fighting Souls, its arc system works, so
Yeah.
I'm aware of what they're capable of doing. Like I'm on board with that one immediately.
I I am on board with it. I'm also skeptical of it because I don't know how. I don't think there's ever been like a 4v4 fighter.
No, there's never been one. And my
So
biggest
I'm
concern,
scared that there's going to be so much visual vomit on screen, and I'm scared about the controls.
uh,
Now they did like a developer like a small developer segment where they talked about some of this stuff, but I have to see it in practice.
I mean, to be fair though, the Marvel like the MVC games have always been visual vomit, even as far back as MVC 2. So that's really not anything different. If you're adding
No, no,
another,
I'm not talking about like VFX. I'm talking about characters on
no,
screen.
that's what I mean.
Okay.
Like even with 3 characters, like MVC 3, MVCI, MVC 2, it's always been visual vomit. So it's not really anything different. And to be honest, like I think you get to a certain point where adding in that extra character is probably not even going to be that big of a difference. My biggest concern is the controls, though. I already am not the biggest fan of fighting games that uses more than 6 buttons.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't think they said if they use all 8 buttons.
We don't know. That's the thing. We don't know how it's going to control, but like more and
I
more
think it
fighting
does.
games, yeah.
No, I would. If I was to take a guess right now, I would say it uses 6 buttons
It has to use
It's-
more than 6 buttons.
because
Well, cuz
not necessarily
well,
because they also say you can use one character and control and then do all your assists with the other 3. So
Yeah.
I don't think it will take all 8 buttons.
well, cuz
I
like
think it's probably
let's be like cuz you have to have assist, right? So the assist
Yeah.
button, and you're gonna have to like even to minimize button bloat, which is kind of annoying. Like let's say you have light, medium, heavy, just like any fighting game, right? Light, medium, heavy, and then like a special. Like if we're going MVC standard, like that's what they did. That's 4 buttons right there, and then you have the assist button, and to minimize button bloat. To get like a specific one, you go light, medium, heavy with the assist button. Like it seems like a lot, but it's probably like in my head, it makes the most sense to try to like not use extra buttons, and then you'd have like the 6th button as like you can use it for dashing, blocking, or whatever. Like fighting games nowadays use the buttons for dashing, so it's like I don't know what they're gonna use it for. And then you have motion inputs. That in my head makes the most sense if they were gonna keep it 6 buttons. But I think unfortunately fighting games recently have taken a more approach to try to get people into fighting games, and they focus more on the controller, and so that's why they end up using more 8 button configurations because more people are on pad, so they have bumpers, triggers, the face buttons, and so I think that's the route that they might take.
I see your argument, but man, 8 buttons would suck.
8 buttons would
Yeah.
suck, but you got to think about it. Like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, I love that game, but it has a dash button. Guilty Gear Strive has a dash button.
I mean, dash
2x,
buttons are fun.
yeah,
but-
they're fine, but like it's just adding an extra bloat instead of just double tapping forward, right? Like that's what I do, and you still can, but that dash button is still taking up a button on your controller. Is what I mean. And then like 2xKO, I think what I don't
game's
want them to do, yeah, that game is dead. The second Tokon got announced. What I don't want them to do is to take away motion inputs, because if you take away motion inputs, which I don't think they will, but a lot of games are trying to do that, you start adding in like skill buttons and like special buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Smash, you know how Smash has, you can do the special neutral, special forward, special down. You're now taking away one of the buttons to be light, medium, heavy, or something else by making it a special button. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
Well, Dragon Ball Fighters does that though. Like they have a straight key button.
they have a key button, but like they still have motion inputs for everything else. You're not using like the key button to pull out your fireball. Or I mean, yes, the key button is just shooting fireballs, but like to shoot, like do your supers, do any of the other special moves, they're all still quarter circle and Z motions.
Yeah, but then you got a blended situation. Because like for fighters, you'd press like forward in the key button and you do like a normal when you press back in the key button is more a defensive version. Like I think there's a conversation for like the in between
Okay,
to where
so
those
yeah,
type of things can be. But
but isn't
the
okay? So
portal
if I remember correctly, wasn't fighters key like if you were just hold it down, it charges your key meter, right? Like your meter. That was the key button, right? I can't remember.
I
That's what I
want
Pretty
to
thought.
say
Pretty sure there's a
yes.
button you can hold down that just
Yeah,
charges
yeah. I
Yeah.
want to say it was the key button because if you do key forward, it does the little fireball, and if you did key back, I forgot what it did. It might have.
Oh wait, no. That's a separate function. No, I think to charge key, it's a double input. It's a combo to charge key. Because if you tap it, you get a single key blast, and
Right.
then if you hold it forward, you get a unique key blast. If you hold it back, you get another one.
Oh, okay.
So it's a
See, but like I see that as like your light, medium, heavy, and then like your special attack because your key only did key. Like you weren't using that plus like a direction for a super or something. So
well, some
why?
people combo it like with Vegeta. Like
Well,
if
yeah,
you
it's
like,
part of a combo, but that's what I mean. It's part of
yeah.
your normal buttons, but you're not taking away like other parts of the fighting game to like put it on the controller.
Oh, like
Is
you're
what I
saying
mean.
it's in tandem with the light, medium,
Yeah,
heavy,
yeah.
and then
It's part of the 6 button combination because Dragon Ball Fighters is a 6 button game.
Okay, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
So I have faith that Arx is gonna make a good game,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
not
so.
playing it.
but
I'm not playing it.
well, of course you're not gonna play it.
No, don't say of
You're not,
course.
'cause
No,
you're not about that life, son.
that's not what it is for. That's not even what it's about, bro. This is gonna be Daquan making a statement here.
Okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I am all for people using IPs. However, get a hold of it, make it cool, do what you got to do. If somebody tells me, and I made an exception for Marvel Rivals, that it was a bit more stylistically chosen because it's just a beautiful game. They've done really good with it, and all the characters look cool and everything. But this is like taking the view of Marvel and peeling off the actual aesthetic of Marvel to make it look anime, and that bothers me. Like, I am so I get anime, right? I get it. It's there. People like big eyeballs and big titties, all this other stuff. It makes sense to me. Cool. Thumbs up. There's nothing wrong with the traditional Marvel art direction. There is nothing wrong with just
Wh-
making it look like Marvel.
But at the
Like
same,
when
like, don't get me wrong,
But
I completely agree with you. Like, there's nothing
I
wrong with
just
it. But at the same time, on the other hand, in the art style that they use, there's also nothing wrong with that. It actually looks great.
they
so
turned Iron Man
the
into a Gundam.
Yeah, and he
well
looks sick.
here's the thing.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Here's the
Like
thing though.
I
Real quick. Real quick. Speaking of the art style of Marvel, it also always depends on who's drawing it
Yeah,
because
it
you
changes.
have like
100%.
some really stylistic choices that don't look great. Like you have, that famous Captain America poster or
Oh, that thing is
not poster
fantastic. I know what you're
with
talking
the
about.
It's
like the
disgusting.
what is wrong with his biceps the size of a
Yeah, but the
freaking
original
grown
image,
man's
them
hands?
sideways.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like okay, so there's definitely not like it's not ironclad there for sure, but I think
yeah.
it fits. I I more like the fact that all of the characters in that game have over the top art style instead of it being like just Iron
Specific
Man has a
characters,
Gundam.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like that.
Like
I
Captain
want to
America is
see.
like overly military
Yeah,
American. Like I like it.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly,
fine.
exactly. They just leaned into that direction. We'll see how it looks once it comes out, because obviously, like when you look at the trailer, it's the stuff that they're showing you is all very purposefully like shown.
Yeah, I mean, like
So
even
yeah,
in the trailer, there's like edits to like block out
yeah,
like
yeah,
random
yeah, yeah.
weirdness, even in combos.
So we'll see what it looks like once it's out, but I don't hate it so far.
Yeah, I mean, I personally really like it. Again, I think it's just taking those characters and just fantasizing it, just exaggerating it just a little bit more.
It's just a
Um,
different universe.
it's just yeah.
I don't.
I just
Did
I
you,
just can't stand it.
Declan? Did you ever see Star Wars Visions?
Oh, that was a
Vision.
good show.
It was great.
Yeah,
It's the
hmm
same
No,
thing in this
they're
context.
coming out with a second season, I think.
no, I have not seen
Yeah,
it.
it's the same
Like
thing.
there,
It's the same thing in this context. You're just
there
taking the
is just
IP and just making it a different art style.
yeah, but it's just again, it's like, and this isn't me going on some nation versus nation nonsense. It's like anime has its place. It doesn't need to be everywhere. Like imagine the Invincible game, which I was gonna bring up, but like the Invincible game, that is an American, like a Western studio, right? The people that make it is an American comic. If
Mm-hmm.
that Invincible game came out and it had the art direction of like an anime, I would be annoyed as well. It's like, bro, these are literally this is the Western art style. Why do we keep doing this? Like when you grow up looking at Batman, I don't want to see Batman as an anime.
I
That
mean,
makes no sense to
like
me.
I get it, but also
That's
like
like seeing
I see it as just like I get to see another version of them that I didn't get before. It's fine. I find it interesting. I like seeing
yeah, but I'm
variety.
saying let's put it like this. Let's say you take your favorite anime and then you westernify it. People would be upset because the point that you're watching the anime is that you
I mean,
enjoyed that
some
art
people
direction.
probably would, but I think if it did a good job, I'm
I don't.
fine. Yeah, like
I
as long
don't.
as
I
it's
don't.
done
As long as it's done
properly.
correctly, properly.
Yeah, I don't
But
I
care.
don't know, man. I don't want to see like my favorite anime look like Bob's Burgers, because then I'd
no,
probably
nobody
throw up.
wants that. Like, like it again. Like, it's not me saying like we can't, mix and match. Because like I mentioned, Marvel Rivals was done well. It has like a
I
little bit of both. But
I
when
think
you
for
come,
me, there has to be a good enough reason for it to make that jump, right? Like
exactly.
it can't just be done out of nowhere. It has to have a good reason for it.
Like if
And
you
and,
told me,
and Sorry, go ahead.
If you tell me that Superman ends up in a Dragon Ball episode and they make him look like a Dragon Ball character, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's popping up in their universe, so they got to make him look like he's in their universe. Like even the Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron thing, they converted the art style when they swapped into someone else's world.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
And
But if you're just telling me Batman needs to like walk around looking like Naruto all of
Okay,
a sudden, I'm
so
like,
I
real
get where you're coming from. Sorry, Jeremy, real quick. I get where you're coming from, but like Marvel went. I don't know if it was Marvel that went to Arc Sys or not. Like Arc System Works makes anime fighting games, and they look fucking fantastic. What do
I
you
was
think is
gonna bring
gonna
that
come
up.
out?
I was gonna bring that up.
Like,
So-
would you
I
rather
get it.
them do something that they're
So-
not good at?
That's
That-
true. So they
that,
went to
but
a
check this out.
specific studio, right?
I worked on several Marvel projects. There's
Mm.
no way that Arcs make something that Marvel's not going to approve.
Yeah,
I know,
Marvel,
but yeah,
Marvel has to approve everything.
everything that goes through that.
Mhm.
And if they're
Yeah,
approving it, guess what? It's fine.
but no, that is not even that's not even necessarily true. Like just because these people are approving this, don't mean that it is like fine. It's a decision. I don't agree with
I know.
it. That's
I
kinda
think
what
it's
I'm
I
getting
think
at.
it's fine
I'm
even
just-
if you disagree with it.
Again, I get the general public enjoys everything being converted into anime. I'm just saying I'm tired of it because we're getting to the point to where folks aren't even making Western style comics anymore. Everything is anime. And it annoys me. I'm like, bro,
Well,
I would
okay,
love to be
at
able to
least
see a Superman that is
Yeah.
not an anime suit.
I
Like,
will
why
say
is
this real quick.
Superman like an anime suit? It's crazy to me.
Just real quick when you touched on comics, everything going anime style. The reason they're doing that, at least in the comic space, is because for the last like 10-ish years, manga has been outselling comics in the US by a huge margin. And the main reason for that is because the comic industry in the US, there's so many issues going on at the same time. Like there's this series happening at this time, and then there's a reboot on this series, there's another reboot on the other series, and then they're starting this. There's no one place for somebody that wants to get into this industry and just like, hey, let me I want to read Spider-Man comics. Where should I start? Oh well, there's this run that you have to read, but then halfway through that you got to switch to another run, and then halfway through that you got to switch to back to this one. Whereas with manga, uh, they're like, oh, I like this show. Is there more of it? Yeah, here's issue 1. And then you just go up the numbers. So
Again,
I'm assuming somebody out there with like way more knowledge on this than me looked at the numbers, sees how well anime, manga, and styles like that are doing in the US, and was like, okay, well, we got to tap into that. We gotta change our style to match that. See if it attracts enough people.
yeah, but they're not. And I know we're supposed to be talking about the games. I'll just say this real quick. But these people are not like. It's not like they're taking the concepts and the structure of these stories and making them more like anime. It's the art direction. Because
Yeah.
when people open it up and say like, "Ooh, I want this," it's
Mhm.
like people are being told, "Oh, anime is the view. If you want a new comic, it's anime.
Yeah.
If it doesn't look
Yeah.
like this, it's not a good comic." And it's like for the
It's just
concept of a character like Captain America and Superman,
yeah.
these are literally like Western US entities.
Well, it's the
Like
same
when
thing that happens
someone
with movies, right? Like movie studios always get the wrong ideas when it comes to a successful movie, right? So they'll look at it like Barbie and Oppenheimer. That was super successful. But instead of looking at what the audience like, they got the wrong idea from a spontaneous collab, and they were like, oh well, now we have to force it. We gotta make it so that we get Barbie Oppenheimer every couple months, and they always get the wrong ideas from it. Hollywood does that all the time, and I feel like that this could be that, but for this industry where they're looking at the success in this market, and they're like, oh, it's because of the
everywhere.
art style. Yeah,
Yeah, that
whether
that
it is
thing
or it
that bothers
isn't. Yeah.
done with my TED talk on that. But yes, back to that Tokon. It's probably gonna play well because like again, it's Arc System.
Yeah.
But the art
Yeah.
direction, yeah, it just bothers me. It just fucking bothers me.
Which is fair.
Skins the skin market on that game is gonna go crazy too.
It will. It
Yeah.
will be fucking disturbing.
Well,
And I'm pretty sure there'll be plenty of Marvel Rivals collaborations.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know.
for
If,
sure.
I don't.
For
I
sure.
don't know if you guys are excited about this, but I'm happy for this 007 game to finally be shown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it was,
it looks
it
pretty
looked
good.
interesting.
It looks pretty good. But again, I want to see like more gameplay. We just got very theatrical, cinematic, gameplay that didn't show a HUD or anything. So I wanna see more
Yeah.
actual gameplay and see how the pace of the game will actually be. Because let's be real, this game. It's one of those games. It's a movie game. You're kind of just going in. You want to experience the
Yeah.
story, the cinematic
Yeah.
cutscenes, which is fine. Like there's games that are just made for that kind of thing, but the gameplay still has to be like interesting enough for like if for it's like a 10 to 20 30-minute segment of you playing the game, I can't be bored out of my mind.
I
How
understand
many
your
times
argument.
can you play it? You know.
Yeah.
I understand your argument about it being a movie game, but I will argue that it's not because they're not using a James Bond from the movies.
No, I don't mean like a movie like it's a movie like
Oh,
like
Talking
a
about the
I-
format.
adaptation.
I'm
Like
talking
tie-in
about
game?
the
adaptation.
like a cinematic
Yeah.
experience like God of War type
yeah,
like
yeah,
spy
yeah.
yeah like
Okay,
yeah no
okay.
I don't mean like a movie
Not
yeah
a
no
movie tie-in
Okay.
yeah
game.
yeah
No,
no no
Okay,
no,
okay.
no.
Alright.
So
Did you guys see the
yeah go ahead
the Game Freak announcement?
Oh
dude
my goodness.
Yeah, they
uh
make they make
that
Like,
game
everything
what
got
the
an
heck?
so that
crazy,
well
right?
that game got announced a few years ago
Mhm.
and we just I mean I'll be real
Ignored it.
I ignored it because it's Game Freak and I didn't think they'd have it in them and I'll be real with
Mhm.
the games that they've been releasing as far as Pokemon have gone I didn't
Mhm.
exactly have the most faith because let's be real they're not the most like, graphically
No.
intensive games they're not that crazy and like don't get me wrong Pokemon games have always been children's games but they've always had
Yeah.
some element of like difficulty like not like hard or anything but at least like Elite Four and things of that nature have been at least like
Yeah.
challenging enough to where like if you didn't have enough items or you didn't play properly or your team was just under leveled like you're not gonna make it through but then like I think it was during like X and Y maybe even Sun and Moon where that kind of just dipped down in quality and they just
I would say
assume like
Sun and Moon for sure.
yeah, and so like I just stopped playing after Sun and Moon, and then especially
Mhm.
with like what was it, Sword and Shield or the one before that,
Yeah.
where they heal you after every Elite Four battle, and I was like, I'm okay, I'm not gonna do that. And so just like most people, I didn't have any faith in them when this game came out, like was announced, and then they finally
Mhm.
showed it off, and I'm sitting here watching it like, what the fuck is this? I don't
They
think
had this
we
in
ever.
them the whole time.
And then we saw the Game Freak logo, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" They really
Yeah.
just said, "I'm not taking this slander anymore." So I guess we'll see. I want to see gameplay. Obviously, like again, that was
Yeah.
just the cinematic. It looked good, but that doesn't really mean anything nowadays.
No.
But I am excited for it. So I hope they like whether it's
I
at Gamescom or TGS, or if we have to wait all the way till the Video Game Awards in December. Like I want to see gameplay.
The next show is Gamescom, right? That's in August.
Gamescom next month or
Yeah.
August?
No, August.
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 Oh yeah,
We
next
still
month.
got July to
I
get
thought
there.
we were in July.
Yeah, I'm gonna
The
be
best
real. I
month
thought
of
we
the
were in
year,
July.
I tell
Yeah.
you.
I'm happy we're not though, because I haven't bought my ticket yet, but it'll be fine.
Well, luckily, since you're not competing, you can.
We go. Yeah. It's like, wait, what was that?
Dude, you know what's so funny? So we always say that the Sonic fandom is the most punished fandom in gaming. You know who else is alongside them? The people that enjoy the Thief
Pokemon.
series from PC.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh man.
Bro, I'm on there. I'm with them. I'm sitting there with the sign in hand, like bring back Thief, and then we did, and it looked cool, and then it's a VR game
Yeah.
for the PSVR.
God love
Dude, I
PS
saw
VR.
that shit and I just started
Yeah.
laughing. I was like, that can't be real, bro. They can't be like, yeah, we're gonna bring back this beloved series that like a lot of people actually want back, and it's a VR game.
They're really pushing VR. Why?
Oh yeah.
Makes no sense
Heavy.
to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what's funny? I think
Like-
they're the only ones still really like pushing for it. Like I think the people that are developing VR games, they're just doing it because they like the medium. But like I feel like PlayStation like is the only one that's still really trying to push the VR at all.
Well, I
Well,
mean, I'm sure they invested a lot in their system. I had
Yeah.
no idea they were even going to come out with a second
Yeah, I didn't think
PlayStation
so
VR.
either.
That was crazy.
the VR stuff is like highly profitable because pretty much whoever's on VR, you put out a game, they're almost automatically going to purchase it because
Oh yeah,
the
the people that are
library.
invested, the people that are invested into VR, they're like craving for more
Yeah.
content. So
Yeah, and there are millions of people that bought these damn things. So like,
yeah,
especially with the Quest 2 or the Quest
it was the Quest
3.
I
3.
think 3 now.
Quest,
3
yeah,
now.
the
Well, the
3 and the
Quest 2,
3DS.
yeah, the 2 popped off, and like a shit ton of people bought it, and I'm assuming a lot of those
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
went up to the Quest 3 and 3S.
Pretty much. And like those folks, and for the concept of like your library still just goes because it's like Facebook's nonsense. You sign into your Meta account. The moment anything new pops up, like there's immediately like 80 videos just popping up. Like, oh, here's the new game for us all to like, start hopping on. Let's all play this little whatever
Oh,
the
yeah.
hell. It's just a.
It
I
just
don't
takes
understand
one
the VR
clip
people.
on like Twitter or TikTok to get people to be like, "Oh, I'm gonna check that game out for sure."
Pretty much. Which again, I don't get who's playing VR games like this.
The only
Because-
reason I even touch any of my VR stuff is just for Beat Saber, and that's it. And I haven't even touched that in a while.
I have never played that game.
It's just a rhythm game.
Mm.
Speaking of which,
So I was
um,
gonna mention something.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
I know Gio's not excited about this, but I think it's pretty cool that Mortal Kombat is actually having a collection.
Oh no, I care
Over
about the
on
older
the
Mortal
Switch. You
Kombat, so
do?
this is good.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
Oh,
I
they're
just-
doing a collection.
Yeah.
Yeah. With online play too, it's gonna be ass.
Yeah, it's rollback. No, it says rollback netcode, so we'll see how
Rollback?
it plays.
Okay.
Yeah, it has
Well, if
rollback.
it's rollback, then good.
Yeah,
That's pretty
What?
sick. For
yeah, it's
all
like
their
a
games,
whole.
apparently.
It's a whole collection.
Wait,
I think
all of
it's.
them?
I think it's
Yeah.
9 or 11. I don't think they specified.
They just show 1, 2, 3, 3
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate and 4 on here, but I'm
Yeah.
sure it's like others.
It
like
just says
sections.
multiple
Oh my
playable
God.
games, and it doesn't say which one specifically. It just
What's
says
do we know the price yet?
no. I mean, I'm
Oh, it's on PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's Sony. You.
Yeah, I know. I want it on PC, but we'll see. I
I
don't
was
think they will.
excited until I wasn't. I can't believe this. I can't believe these
I
people.
know.
I wonder if they keep the little special character that pops up. I wonder if they keep that.
Wait, it's on Steam. What do you mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Is
The
it on
Legacy
Steam?
Collection?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
on Steam.
I thought I saw it get announced for Steam. I was confused.
I didn't see it. I just see it on the PlayStation thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Don't. It was
We
on
don't
the.
see okay, it's fine. Fair enough. I'll get it on Steam.
And then speaking about fighting games, they also released right after that they're it was after that one that they're designing their own PlayStation Fight Stick, which was random as fuck.
Yeah.
But
my
I
reaction
mean,
was okay.
yeah, I mean, it's a cool design. Like it's it's a PS5 like the same design they go for everything. My one concern when I did see it though,
Mhm.
those buttons.
Those buttons.
Those buttons look a little like if you mash a little too hard, they're not coming back out.
And I know a thing about that.
Yeah, and so like, fuck, can I? Okay, I can show this one. I can't.
Hori,
show the
Hori, I'm talking about you, by the way.
I'm gonna be honest. This thing looks kind of.
Do you know the price for it yet?
No,
It's a wireless fight stick.
it's a wireless
Yeah.
fight stick.
Oh.
We don't know.
That's even more no for me.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's
I
the
don't.
latency,
I don't
like,
like the. I mean, there's latency, but also like you're not taking that shit to tournament play, having to disconnect
Yeah.
and connect a wireless controller every time you go to a new station. Yeah, fuck that.
Absolutely not, bro.
No. And like
That's a bit odd.
like I said, I'm used to fight sticks that have buttons like like these, like the old school arcade cabinet, and those can take a fucking beating, and then if they ever break, they're easy to swap out.
Mhm.
Like those look kind of like the buttons that are on the PS5 controller, and I kind of press my buttons kind of hard. Like, can I open up the back and replace them if they get broken? Like, how much are you charging me, Sony?
I feel like it'll be fine. They just have that weird glossy look that makes them look fragile.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see. Obviously, like this is just impressions based on what we saw and whatnot.
I'm gonna be honest. If this is fun, I might actually get a PlayStation to use this.
Yeah, I mean, it looks
Wow.
like I said, it's a cool design. I don't like it being wireless, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's interesting. By the way, I would like to say that fighting games are the new battle royale. So we are getting to this point.
We are getting to this point, bro.
Fighting
we are
games
getting
are the
to
new
this
battle
We've
royale.
been in a
What do
drought.
you-
We deserve this.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
He
How,
means
like, the
that
different
everyone's making
studios
one,
are-
and
Yeah, everybody's trying to
making
make one
one.
now. It's the race to see who can have the the biggest piece of the pie that's popping off, because the more and more, and this is just funny to me again, that goes more with this anime stuff. The
Mm.
the combination of saying we want more people to come in is also why these things are being done. Because if they
Yeah.
made, like, for the concept of the Marvel game, if it looked like Marvel art, they will have way less people come to play this game.
Yeah.
Which is just business, makes sense. But at the same time, it's more of that we just need people to play fighting games. We need it because Battle Royale is drying up. Like, we can't complete with COD, we can't complete with PUBG. What are we gonna do now? Fighting games, take them. Everybody take them.
Hmm.
Oh, how many fighting games got announced? Is it like 8 in total? There's like 8 freaking fighting games that are popping up.
No, just like 3.
Let me see. Nah,
It was
there
Tokon.
was
It
more
was
involved
it
here.
was Tokon, Invincible, and then the Mortal Kombat collection.
Fighting games. I'll pull this up here.
Are we just talking about fighting games that announced like in the last week?
Um,
In the last week, that was no 3.
Yeah.
No, not in the last week. I mean,
But
like, just in general, the like projects known that are being worked on for the
oh
fighting
well,
games.
I
Like,
know
how many?
4. At
Yeah,
least
I
4.
only know 4. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, I'll bring up the list.
Those
The
I'll
threes
four,
bring up
that
the list.
Cheeto said, and then Virtua Fighter 6.
Oh, and then technically 2XAO, but that's just been dead in the water already, so that's
Yeah,
not
it's
coming
been
out.
doing. Yeah.
So
Let me see
5
if I can
technically.
find it. It's fighting game list.
Which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of Invincible and Tokon being the newer ones. Everything else that's come out has been just sequels to fighting games that have been in the industry for years.
Wait, isn't that One Punch Man fighting game coming out? Or did
It
I
is.
No,
dream that?
It is.
that wasn't. Was there a One Punch fighting game? I just saw
There's a One Punch Man.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a
I
One
was like,
Punch Man fighting game.
did I
So
hallucinate
there's
that? I swear I saw
when
something
yeah,
like that.
was that announced?
there's the One
I
Punch Man.
remember a One Punch Man
There's
fighting
Fatal
like
Fury. There's the Capcom Fighting Collection.
wait
There's
no.
the 2XKO. There is Invincible. There is the
Oh, Hunter x
Marvel
Hunter.
game. There's the Hunter x
Mm.
Hunter. Like, it's just a flow of them. It is like I don't think I have seen a year where it's
That's enough
like more than
slices.
like I can't remember a year where it's like, okay, there's Mortal Kombat, right? They come out every whatever time. There's
Mhm.
Smash, which they kind of stopped doing things at this point. They just kind of, we
Good,
got Ultimate, so we're here,
good.
cool.
Yep.
Yep.
And then there's either Street Fighter or Tekken, and every now and then there's a weirdo that shows up, like a DNF Duel or something. But like, to have this many fighting
Well,
games in this window,
no, it's normal. Even back then, before, like, other than like the big games that were announced, because like obviously we don't have as much coverage as we do nowadays. You're forgetting all the multi bullets that came out. Uni was still releasing. Grand Blue. I mean, Grand Blue is more recent, but you even have older fighting games like Dengeki. I forget the full name. Persona 4
yeah.
has a fighting game. Nitro Plus
But I
Blasters,
mean, like,
Arcana Hearts Ultramax,
but I'm talking about as
SNK
far as like
Heroines.
I'm talking about as far as like these larger budget type of conversations where you have like you need some investors to pull this off. Like, these are like investment conversations. It's not like, oh yeah, we wanted to make a cool fighting game and then somebody put together one. It's like, no, these people are like strategically making fighting games within the window.
Mhm.
Like, like, again, I would get it if it was like, okay, well, there's an update to Tekken, like a new Tekken game coming out, or like a Killer Instinct, because I think they said they're working on a new Killer Instinct.
Are they?
No, they're not. They have
Or
not
is it the
announced
Killer
that.
Instinct team making something?
I don't know. We want them to make another Killer Instinct, but they haven't said anything.
I think they are making another Killer Instinct. I think that's what I heard with them talking about. I'll double check that.
There are just some franchises that I think that should just come out like on Evo, like top 8 every year, and Killer Instinct should be one of those games.
Killer Instinct is definitely one of
It
those.
should. It definitely should. I'll play that thing every week. I play that. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems like the fighting games are becoming yeah, I feel like the fighting games are becoming the new battle royale. Because even for the statement that you made about the motion inputs, it is definitely a thing where people are trying to get way more people into this genre because it is a popular genre, but in comparison, and y'all can check this later, there is a huge number of people that play fighting games, but as far as people that stay, it's like less than 12% that
Mhm.
actually like play the game and stick around. But the amount of people that try it, like, it's 100 million people plus. So there's a major market just sitting there, and it seems like people are stuffing that market right now. But either way, I don't know. More fighting games, so thumbs up, right?
I agree and disagree at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm like taking what you said.
I like there to be more fighting games, but let's be real.
I don't think
Who's
it's that.
who's
I
gonna,
don't think it's that many people getting them.
who's going to compete in these fighting games? Really,
Well, it's not
it's
even
a
about who's going to
it's
compete, though.
a it's a
It's
Capcom world out there, and I hate it sometimes.
Well, no, like that's the thing, though. It's not about who can
it's yeah.
compete.
It's not about the competitive scene or even the FGC. It's just the amount of people buying the
No,
game and then
yeah,
playing them
it's
long
the
term.
casuals. Yeah,
Because the
they just want to get a
casuals
hold of
is what
casuals.
funds everyone. And
Yeah.
like obviously, other than like the really big ones like Street Fighter, Tekken, even to some extent, the new Fatal Fury, but not even that much. I feel like it's not that many people even get it. Like Mortal Kombat obviously is massive. Everyone's getting that shit. A lot of people are getting Street Fighter. A lot of people are getting Tekken. And like obviously, like if you start attaching like those bigger IPs, like the Marvel one is obviously gonna sell because it's Marvel.
Pretty much.
But like some of these other ones, like other than like them targeting a specific like anime demographic or like a very FGC focused game, like I don't think it's targeting that big of a market. But I could be wrong. Maybe you're right. I don't know.
Well, it's again the conversation of VR. Like the amount of people that are looking to get into fighting games, either is like they're tired of FPSs, they're tired of doing other stuff and looking for more of a skill base. They bring in more of these people by making the buttons more simplistic, having that less of the motion input, allowing more of their favorite IPs into certain areas. It's literally they want the regular person to come and
Yeah,
try
but I
this.
think the way they're doing it is just wrong, and that's why people aren't
It
staying.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
much. And people
So
are
I
trying to see who
agree.
gets
Yeah,
more,
I
right?
completely
Just
agree.
go
That's the
into that.
reason they're doing it. I just hate how they do it because they take away a lot of the complexity of the game at the higher level, and it's just boring, and no one sticks around. Because even the
Pretty
people
much.
that get into those games, like even like for whatever reason, right? Let's say Christian got into fighting, like a fighting game, because the controls just worked out or whatever. Like I think Grand Blue does like an okay job. I don't like love it either, but Grand Blue Fantasy has simple inputs for like their skills or their special moves. It's just a direction or neutral, and then there's a skill button. Even the super, for the most part, you can do like skill, and then like there's like another. I don't know what it is. It's all muscle memory now, but you can also have technical inputs on, so you can just do them manually. So like I have a friend that is never picked up a fight stick in his life. He's now purchased Grand Blue because he's been playing the demo and he's just been enjoying it. And he started with just normal simple inputs, but because he likes the game, he's starting to learn it a little bit more, and he's like enjoying the way the game plays. He's learning how to do all of those combos while doing the motion inputs. So it gives you that extra level of like, hey, you don't have to do the technical inputs, but if you want to have that little extra level of execution and complexity into your game, and you don't have to worry about like hitting the skill button, you can just do the motion and then hit a button. uh I think having that extra level to at least branch out, like again, I think you can get to the highest levels of Grand Blue and never touch motion inputs, but at least that option is there. I think what people are not understanding is like taking away that complexity, even if it is just motion inputs, already takes away a layer of thinking that people kind of need to stay interested.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So we'll move on to
But
the Xbox showcase.
summer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's a smaller show. Summer Games Fest is a big
Yeah.
one. They showed off quite a bit.
Let me remind myself.
Yeah. Go
I
ahead and pull it
honestly
up.
thought it was boring, other than
Which one?
the
The Xbox
handheld.
showcase. The handheld was cool, but like because I already have an ROG Ally, I don't need the Xbox one.
I'm already mad.
Don't be mad. Be glad.
No,
Get
no,
glad.
mad.
You're not excited about Black Ops 7?
Look.
Dude, this man literally told me, dude, they're getting me back. I need to play this campaign.
They're trying so hard to get me back, and like I'm gonna get Game Pass. I can buy it so I can play the campaign for.
Yeah.
And I want to play 7.
Mhm.
I can't. I was hoping for Modern Warfare 4. If they did Modern Warfare 4, I would have been all in already.
Oh my
Just
god,
saying.
dude.
I'm sorry.
This man literally gets on every Call of Duty just to then say, I'm fucking done with Call of Duty. I'm never playing another one. He does it every time, dude.
Yeah, it's almost impossible not to play the game.
I
Like
mean,
it
it's
is
real easy. It's
so-
called not taking up a third of my hard drive by not installing the
Yeah.
game. And then guess
Yeah.
what? I haven't
So-
touched one in years.
So when they first showed like the beginning of the trailer, I was like, "What the fuck?"
I
is
was
this?
genuinely interested. It was
I
cool.
like, man,
It was really
yeah, I
cool.
like the cinematic thing. This was happening. Then
The cool
then I,
actor in there.
then I
Yeah.
heard Mason. I was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, I heard Mason and I immediately got sad.
I was like, "Oh no."
I feel bad because I don't even know who Mason is.
It's from the
That's
original
fine.
Black Ops.
That's okay.
Mason,
Okay,
what do the
yeah.
numbers mean, Mason?
Interesting.
Modern Warfare and Black Ops is just two of those campaigns I just want to play.
That's fair.
Multiplayer is a kind of a different story depending on who you talk to. But I
Yeah.
want to at least play the campaign.
You just don't, you know.
Yeah, I just don't anymore. I'm okay.
But for multiplayer,
No, for both.
oh,
Yeah.
I just don't care about either anymore. I don't know what's going on in Call of Duty. They
I
also
was kind of mad they announced Black Ops.
yeah,
2.
I
was
like it was supposed to be like the really big moment, like, and we got one more thing to show you, and then it's Black Ops 7. Not even like Modern Warfare, not another Call
Yeah.
of Duty.
No.
They just said
Mr.
fuck
Phil
their other
Spencer with
two.
the chance.
Yeah,
And I got one more announcement for you because here at Xbox, we're family.
and then he says fuck
We're
you to the
family.
yeah.
This is Don Toretto.
Oh my
Family.
god.
yeah. He's like, we're
not
family
fair.
here at Xbox. By the way, those other two Call of Duty studios, go fucking take a break, brother. We're bringing back Treyarch.
Oh, they're not taking a break. but
Also,
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing
they're
that
not.
annoyed
They're
me,
not.
No, they
All right.
have
one thing that annoyed me from the showcase is that every time, they thought Bethesda, they bought Activision. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. If there was like Xbox Studios presents like the title card, but then they have their own separate card for Activision, their own separate
Separate card for
for
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
it's all the
Now-
fucking same thing.
What's the point of having the Xbox Game Studio umbrella at that point?
Well, because if I can remember, the Xbox Game Studio is like the costing for Microsoft. So like, if I think they're the ones footing the bill for then that studio. So like, they have to.
Okay.
They're the publisher at
Right,
this
right,
point,
right.
Xbox Game Studio.
Right,
So
but they're
it's
still
just
owned by Microsoft.
yeah, but
Also, every time we heard word premiere, me and Kayla got mad.
What is it?
world
every time
premiere.
every time we heard
Yeah.
word premiere, me and
Dude,
Kayla
I mean,
just got
that's
mad.
that's the
bro,
meme. You
like-
got to be ready when you get to the Xbox showcase. You have to be ready to hear World Premiere like 18 times.
Like I don't need that in my life.
That Mudang, the Mudang,
Mudang.
Two Hearts,
Yeah.
Mudang. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I
It
will
looked
say that.
interesting. Like I'm willing to see
Which one?
more. It was a Mudang. It's the
Yeah,
if
it's
you're
like
looking
a-
at like the little graphic that has like all the games on it, it's next to Invincible Versus.
Oh,
It looks
you're looking
like,
at hold
It
on.
was like the
a
Korean shooter
zombie-
zombie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh,
zombie
so
Korean
that-
shooter. Yeah.
I want that game to be good.
Good,
I
yeah.
don't know.
We don't know anything. Yeah.
One thing I don't like is the Super Meat Boy 3D.
Why?
I don't know why they did this.
I liked Super
I mean,
Meat
I know
Boy.
why they did it, but it's just like, yeah. Have y'all seen the game Wizards of Legend?
Yeah. Like
This
a long
is
time
another. This
ago.
is the same conversation here. So they made Wizards of Legend 2 and they made it 3D and it is bombed. Like people are just like, it's not as responsive. Like it's like the animation work is a bit weird. You have to make some adjustments because now it's the game is larger from like a file size. Super Meat Boy was literally a 2D, very low weight. But now you're gonna download this and it's probably gonna be 10 gigs. When the original game was like maybe 100 megabytes, like possibly.
Like I
Like,
get
I
where you're
just-
coming from, but I mean, at least from what I've seen online, obviously, again, we'll be real. Twitter and Reddit are like just the loud minority.
Yeah.
It's been positive, but again, that's just looking at it, not getting to play it or try it or anything like that. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
It at least the people that have seen it have been positive, but we'll see. I like the original
Yeah.
Super Meat Boy. Again, I just like the art style. It was again super small to keep on your hard drive. It played really well. It was just a lot of fun to kind of just turn your brain off and just kind of chill for a little bit. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. I hope they do. I mean, like a demo or even. I mean, it's an Xbox game. It'll be Game Pass anyway, so I'll try it.
This reminds me of Xbox's response to Astrobot. Here is Super Meat Boy.
Hey, dude, I'm more on
Oh,
CU
okay.
Super Meat Boy than Astrobot. So
Oh my god.
they also showed off Outer Worlds 2.
They
Yep.
did. That game looks
That
pretty
that
interesting.
game looks pretty good.
Okay, so I've told Jeremy already, so I'm gonna go on my Outer Worlds rant, my TED talk for the first game. Please be more interesting and more fun and engaging than the first one after 3 hours. The story was fine. I didn't have much of a complaint with the story. The dialogue had its funny moments. I liked the characters enough. But there was like 4 guns, and those were the only guns you saw. There was like 2 or 3 melee weapons. Those were all the weapons you saw. The enemy variety was like minimal. The gameplay all felt the same. I think there was a leveling system. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember it. So I wanted to like Outer Worlds more than I did. And so all I hope for this game, because I want it to be good, is to be more interesting gameplay wise, which to be fair, they've already kind of like talked about it and it already seems way more interesting than the first one with the things that they're implementing. But again, that's just talking about it. In execution is a whole different thing. So I hope this one's more interesting. Like I said, I wanted to drop the first one after like halfway through the game. But I was like, I'm already in this. I might as well finish it. And I just like sped ran the second half.
That Clockwork Revolution game looks pretty good.
That game looks sick.
It does.
Yep.
It's
But
really
more
interesting.
importantly, Age of Mythology is getting
Oh
another
my
pantheon.
god, fucking
More importantly, so I am ready for that. Heavenly Spear will be out, and I will get it. So
were you
that will
happy?
happen.
Were you happy that you got your ESO little segment?
No, not really. I only play ESO
my
for the
God, this
PvP.
guy.
I don't really do it for
Wait,
the
you play MMO for the PvP?
That's crazy.
100%. ESO's combat, like I think I've talked to somebody about this
Yeah.
before. They told me
We've
ESO's
talked about
combat
it
was
on
trash.
we've talked about it on the podcast, and I specifically told you myself that it's trash.
Bro, ESO's combat is fantastic, okay? It's actually fantastic. Like, and on top of that, they're adding in the thing that you can actually like do you can do subclassing. So you can take like any of the other classes and take the skill line and swap it. Like it's gonna be fantastic. Don't
Oh
worry.
my god.
It's gonna be fantastic. ESO, good job. Zenimax, you did good. Fall 76, let's go. Let's go.
Oh
They're still
my
doing stuff. They're
God.
still doing
I
stuff.
mean, let's be real. The game is probably really good now. I haven't tried it
It
recently.
is.
I haven't
is.
tried it recently, but I've kind of wanted to. I just don't have the time to like really sink into like a game like that right now.
Yeah, I don't have
So
the time.
that's the only reason I haven't picked it up.
Positiveness for Indiana Jones though.
Oh,
I mean,
DLC.
yeah,
Sure,
that's
I
cool.
guess.
That's awesome.
Yay.
DLC.
don't
They
know.
need to make more games like Indiana Jones. That's what Xbox should be
tens
focusing
of
on.
people are excited.
Yeah,
I mean, that game actually sold really well. Like, and it is a good game.
I
I'm
think
not the
I think
biggest
it
fan of Troy
actually
Baker, but
sold.
it's a
I think it actually sold really well.
yeah, it's a good. They did really good with this. So
What did you guys think about the High on Life 2?
I
I
don't know
didn't.
what that
I
game
did not.
is.
I did not
I
expect.
I
that.
Like,
I
didn't.
didn't think they were
I,
gonna make a second one.
I didn't give a fuck
100%.
about the first one. I don't give a fuck about this one.
Is it a first-person game?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, because skateboarding in first person sounds like a horrible idea. That's just me, so I don't know. But I was like, is this supposed to be just like a weird skin for
It's
the Tony
just
Hawk? And I'm like,
no.
no, it's really a
Mm.
different product. That's
No,
weird.
it's just a first-person fever dream with guns that talk to you.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Oh, so they're there for people.
And
that
it's
do all the
voiced by the
drugs.
people that did like Rick and Morty and shit. Like that's what
That
it
sounds
is.
horrible. That sounds
It's
actually
exactly
horrible.
what it sounds like.
It's exactly what it
Oh,
sounds
okay.
like. I didn't care about the first one, so I was like, I'm surprised they did this
I
one.
had no idea this was coming.
Yeah. A weird
I-
thing though. Oh, actually, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, I was gonna say I don't know. I didn't know people were asking for this.
Oh, nobody was
Like,
asking for
No
that.
one
Okay.
was.
I mean,
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
I wasn't asking for it, but it sold well, and they had a lot of players.
Oh my God.
So
So here we go. We're back,
I-
boys. We're
I'm-
back.
I'm sorry.
I mean, hey,
I'm
according
not like,
Oh
two
my
ye-
GTA 6. I'm not gonna play GTA
Yeah,
6, but I'm sure it's
2
a lot of
years
players.
2 years
you know?
ago, 2 years ago, High on Life tweeted out that they hit 7.5 million unique players. So
That's
Wow.
disturbing.
so clearly
I
there's an
mean,
audience for
Yeah,
it.
There's an
There's an
audience.
audience.
It's just
Speaking of
it's
an
just
audience,
not
though,
us.
Speaking
that's
of
true.
an audience, tell me what, and I don't understand. Why did we get? I mean, I shouldn't be mad about this because they updated my Xbox library. But I don't know why they all of a sudden said, "Here's Gears of War Reloaded."
Oh, they're
don't-
they're legitimately only releasing it so they can sell it to the PS5. Like the people on the
Yep.
PS5, that's the only reason they're releasing that.
That's the main reason.
It's
Yeah.
just weird to me that the Gears franchise still exists. Like, I guess that's just where it gets to me because like they have done
I'm just
nothing.
the only reason I'm
Like,
upset
only
about the only
franchise.
yeah, the only reason I'm upset about this being shown, I don't really like. Again, I know why the announcement's there. They're selling it to the PS5. That's fine. Where the fuck is E-Day?
Oh, they're taking their time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't have any new information on that shit.
No.
No, even E-Day, I wish it wasn't being made.
I mean, I'd rather
where's-
just have Gear 6. You're right, but like I'd
where's
rather
Fable?
something. Yeah, where's
They're
Fable?
taking their time. They're taking the time on Fable and Perfect Dark.
Oh well, they had. Well, yeah, we're not getting any of that. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I think Elder Scrolls 6 will come out before we get.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
that's
damn.
not happening either.
Okay.
we're gonna for sure at least get. I don't have any confidence in any of those. I'll be real.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Not even in
Not at all.
Perfect Dark. I was gonna say.
I don't have. I want to have confidence in Microsoft. I don't until they release good games, like consistently.
Yeah, they don't really. Yeah, pretty much.
It's hard. It's hard for me to have confidence.
Like
I
there's
think
there's
the
a lot
only
of
good
there's
new
a
IP
yeah.
is the Indiana Jones. I think that's the only good one they've had in a while.
I don't think
Like
so.
as far as like, oh, we're just coming up with something. Here you go. Like,
let me see.
like an actual Xbox game studio game.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
Like,
Well, what about Senua?
that's not
Uh,
them though.
the first game
It's
was
through
good.
them,
the
isn't it?
The second game is through Microsoft, but it didn't do. As
Yeah,
well.
but like it's what I'm saying. Like it's not a Microsoft IP. Like they didn't come up with it. The Sinwa people. Like what do they call it? Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory.
Yeah, that's a Ninja Theory. It's not
Not Ninja Theory,
Microsoft.
now it's ours. Look at that.
Yeah, look, yeah, pretty much. It's ours now. But like, as far as like something Microsoft has come up with as like an entity for a product, Indiana Jones is probably like the best thing they've done in a while.
What about Redfall?
What about Redfall? dude? Okay.
You know,
Don't answer that question.
you know. I endorse this.
I'm not
I
gonna.
endorse that statement. What about Redfall? What about Redfall? That's crazy.
I'll look at it later. I'm not gonna sit there and
I
try to
need more
research
coffee.
that now.
That's insane. Talk about Redfall.
I know I'm excited for this in Persona 4 Revival.
Bro, how many
It's
times
fine.
can we play the same
Yeah.
game?
Oh, I haven't
I'm
played
with
it,
you on that.
so you know.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I was gonna say I still own.
I thought it was a port. I thought it was a port. So
No,
I'm like, okay.
no. I mean, I still own Persona 4 Golden in my closet. If I want to play Persona 4, I'm just gonna pull out my Vita. Like I don't want to play that again.
I also have Golden, but why play that when this is announced?
That's true.
And also
No.
played Persona 3 Reload, so this is gonna be even better than that.
No,
Probably.
I'd rather just keep Golden and then not. Hopefully, this doesn't sell well, so they can be like, "Oh, they just want a new Persona, not a remake." Cool, we can go do that. I'd rather have Persona 6.
Maybe.
You know, I agree with you.
Yeah.
want Persona 6.
Like, don't get
It's
me
gonna
wrong.
come out-
I
it's gonna
think
come out
it's
before
I
GTA
think it's
6.
cool for Persona 4 for the people that haven't played it because I think it's genuinely a really good fucking game. But I'm tired of these remasters and remakes. I just want 6, or make something else. Like I don't either one. You know, Catherine is still around. Make another one of those or a game like it. Like Catherine was original, and then you remade it twice, and then you just said fuck that IP, I guess.
Mm.
Or just like that
Um,
style of game.
This is the Plague's Tale. I'm kind of confused here.
I don't know how we went from controlling rats and fire or whatever the fuck they were doing to that shit.
I'm just very confused.
More.
I mean, I got other reasons for being confused, but I'm very confused about this product. But we'll see what happens there. The second best thing that was listed was Invincible versus for the Xbox showcase. So
I think it was cool, but I don't care.
I do. I'm gonna play that. See,
That's
I'm gonna play
fine.
that while y'all play Marvel, and
Yeah.
then we can compare notes.
Yeah, that's
I'm still
fine.
be playing Tekken, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
You make me sick. Look, there are
You
other
make me
things you can do
sick.
with your life. You can literally say it's invincible time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Oh my
No.
god.
fantastic.
Tekken is life.
Bro,
I
when does this
might
thing come
play
out?
it, for like 5 minutes and then go back to Tekken.
Is there a way I can pay someone to get a hold of this game early? How do I do that? I need
You
to play
probably
this game.
contact the developer and be like, "Hey, yo, bro, let me get that. Let me get a copy."
Actually, what studio is this? Let me actually be quiet while I'm on.
Like,
Uh,
it's a new
It's awesome.
studio, and
Yeah.
there's a guy that I know named Rip, who's the combat designer for this game, who's a Tekken player.
We'll have a
Rip
conversation
is
after this.
he's the combat.
Combat design, yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
But
know
we'll
that.
speak. We'll speaks about this.
Yeah, it's by it's being published by Skybound, and then it's Corduroy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, if Age Mythology wasn't on the list, I swear, like I would put Invincible up there. It'll be number one.
I mean, my number
But,
one, it would probably go to yeah. I mean, it's Xbox was the one where they showed off that disgusting game called Ill, right? Was that it, or was that Summer Games
No,
Fest?
that's
That was
Summer
Summer
Games.
That's Summer Game. Okay, so we'll cover that in a little bit. So number
that's
one,
the thing where we
yeah.
wanted to kick the little weirdo. When
yeah,
he showed up.
and then he got
Yeah,
kicked. Yeah, hell yeah.
And then he got kicked. It was a great time.
Okay, so yeah, my number one goes to Ninja Gaiden 4. I just love that series. So getting to see 4 and it looks fucking sick.
That's a weird way to say Age Mythology. I
Oh my
swear.
god.
Oh my god.
My ears. It's wild. Actually
Is there
wild.
anything else you guys want to cover real quick on this list?
Nah, that's all for me.
Nah, the handheld would
Yeah.
be sick though. But you know,
Like I said, I would have bought it if that ROG Ally right there wasn't sitting there because it's the same thing. I think. I don't think it's any different, except having the
it's
Xbox in
different.
front of it.
no, it's different. It's
The,
we'll
con-
Oh,
the
well, it
interface
has
is different
the-
and the controllers are different, right?
Well,
Or
the system itself has like little nubs coming out, so it like feels like a controller in your hand. Like
Yeah.
that's the difference.
it's been the firmware has been like also repurposed to be a bit more
Like Xbox.
dedicated for the gaming experience. So with the ROG Ally, they still have a lot of the other systems rolling like they normally do for Windows, but they've actually streamlined it to where those systems shut down so that the game actually takes precedent like the Steam OS does. So everything will be running like it's supposed to for a video game. So
How
it'll
hard-
be more powerful.
How hard would it be to just get that to run on his software or his hardware?
I mean,
I don't.
I've been running all my
Yeah.
games perfectly fine at like over 60 FPS. I haven't had an issue yet.
I'm just curious, like if it's a software thing or if they did something in the hardware to make that.
Yeah, I don't
change.
know.
It's both. It's a
It's both?
combo.
Oh,
Yeah, so they have like a specific they have a specific like chipset in there that has like the Microsoft combination or the Xbox combo within it that helps like do a lot of this stuff. But there's supposed to be something that's coming out for people that like you will have a more streamlined experience at home as well. So like you'll be able to update your game bar or whatever, and then some of the TV stuff. But yeah, they're revamping how they handle their gaming experience.
Okay, so now we can talk about Summer Games Fest. Since we've kind of been going on for a little while, we're not going to cover everything. So we'll just kind of quickly talk about what we're excited for. We've kind of already mentioned it a little bit. I mean, Resident Evil 9, it's just Resident Evil. I'm excited for it. Fucking sick. That's all that really needs to be said. We don't have a whole lot going on yet.
Is that coming out next year?
No. Oh, yeah, February.
Next year, 27th. Okay.
Yeah, February 27th.
So I have time to catch up with 7 and 8 then.
Yes.
Good.
What else do you guys want to talk about?
That Wu-Tang thing was funny.
That Wu-Tang shit is funny.
hilarious.
That shit is
I'm
funny.
like, bro, that is hilarious. Like that is so funny.
Oh, Stranger Than Heaven, that RGG studio game.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
I've been playing Liza P Overture, which Shadow dropped
Obviously,
that same day.
yeah,
Which is also
Liza
very
P.
good.
Mortal Shell 2. I didn't play the first one, but now I might because that one looked kind of cool.
I'm going back and playing it again.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised with that one, but I'm happy for those guys.
Yeah,
I'm
so
happy for them.
that's a cool one. Death Stranding
Code
2,
Vein
I'm
2.
just waiting for more. Code Vein 2.
Yeah. Code Vein 2 was here for Death Stranding 2 comes out next week, which don't call me, don't text me.
Oh, I'm
I
not.
do all the above. I will
Don't
FaceTime you.
email me.
Actually,
I will
I'll be
FaceTime.
unavailable for the weekend.
Yeah,
you-
no,
you will
I'm
be very available.
I'm gonna wait till
I will
after.
fly out to make sure we have face to face.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna wait.
I won't let you in the front door. So you'll be sitting right there looking like a solicitor. Okay.
Looking like a
Oh my God.
solicitor.
Solicitor.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on that one till after Evo. I'm the only game that I'm gonna be playing before Evo, other than Tekken, is Stellar Blade because it came out. Game's fucking fantastic. Big surprise.
Onimusha. Looks great.
Onimusha looks great.
It looks interesting. I will watch people play that one.
Honestly,
I don't know.
Mouse PI for Hire sounds like a fun time. It looked
It
fun.
does.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how-
that is nice. I
that
like
Muppet
yeah.
game.
little things like
The
that.
Muppet
yeah,
boxing
Muppet
game.
Muppet game looks
That was the
funny.
best part of
I'm
the show.
buying that. I
That
am
was the-
buying that game. when it
That
comes
was
out.
the
That
best
is-
part of the show.
I like. Oh my God.
I don't know how I feel about this Game of Thrones game.
It's gonna be trash.
Yeah.
It's over. Anything
So-
Game of Thrones, I'm done with.
Yeah, so
they're tired.
yeah, Atomic Heart 2, don't really care, but the Cube.
Okay.
Nah.
The Cube.
The Cube.
Looked
It's
kind of
funny
cool.
because you kept saying the cube, and then it's just like the cube.
I had
It's like,
insider
bro,
information, you know.
so petty to call it thing the cube. It's just. It was like, oh,
Uh,
you're like Halo. Let's make it a cube now. It's a cube. It's not a Halo ring. It's a cube now. Like,
this Arc
okay.
Raiders game comes out in October. People were upset that they didn't shadow drop it. I don't know why.
Yeah, like
Why are you
I
mad?
think it's because it was a bunch of
Well,
rumors going around that they were going to shadow
yeah,
drop it when it was like
yeah,
they're rumors, brother. Like, why are you
Bro,
taking that shit to
like,
heart?
yeah.
right.
Honestly, side note on that one, that's going to be a very funny time when that happens for that game.
We'll be talking
just,
about it.
just you could be talking about it. Yeah. I'm gonna say this: the Chronicles Medieval trailer. I am going to play that. I don't care if it's trash. I don't care if it's
It's
buggy.
Tom
I don't
Hardy
care what's going
narrating.
on.
I'm on
It's
board.
Tom Hardy in a video game. I am playing this game. I am playing this game. It don't matter. I don't care.
This one was I think
$50.
it was I think they said it was an MMO or MMO like. I think it was the Chrono Odyssey.
Oh, that game. It's out now, I think, for
Is
beta.
it? Oh, is it? I'll try the
I think-
beta to see how it plays. It looked good enough, and you know, I'm an MMO player, so say what you will. So I'll try it.
We can talk about ill.
Ill
Ill
was-
is funny.
Ill
guy
was-
looks good.
Disturbingly funny.
Ill was
Yes.
absolutely hideous and disgusting to look at, but I'm gonna be playing that whole game. That game looks
Oh my
great.
God.
I was,
Bro, even
dude.
the trailer, that thing is
we were
ugly.
we were watching it on stream, and the entire time I was like, "Ew, get that away from me!
Yeah,
That's so
it just kept
gross."
getting worse.
And then
It just kept
it got
getting
to the
worse.
scene where that big ass dude was like getting pushed through the hallway, and then you see his head come out. I was like, "Bro, that's so gross."
It's just nasty.
And then
It-
one of my favorite moments was we saw the baby. I was like, "Ew, that thing's gross. Get it away from me." I would kick it, and then frame one, motherfucker gets punted. That shit was good. That shit was
That
good.
is gonna be a funny game. It's gonna be a funny
I'm
game.
excited for that one.
Oh,
Mafia,
yeah.
the old country. Obviously, I think a lot of people are excited for Mafia to come back.
Pretty much.
I'm still surprised that game is not like $70. It's like a $50 game. That's
As
kind
it
of
should be.
That's kind of
No,
refreshing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
refreshing.
100%.
You know, and
Yeah.
as someone that did not give a fuck about Shovel Knight and did not enjoy the gameplay, their new game, Mina the Hollower, looks pretty good. I really like the old school RPG style. They went for it. So I'm on board. I love those types of games.
I want to say I think the best trailer here is probably the Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like by far, I was like, I don't know what this game is, but I like it. I'm not gonna play it, but it is looking fantastic.
Yeah, it looked great. But no, actually, I just realized I'm going through the list. I forgot the best game on the Summer Games Fest. I can't believe I forgot.
Don't say Code Name.
No,
Don't say Code
it's
Name.
Jurassic World
Okay.
Evolution 3.
Oh my god.
What that got announced? I'm joking. It is not good. No. That's actually crazy.
Somebody asked for the game.
Yeah.
Somebody asked for it. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't.
Axe of Blood, that game from the. I'm sorry,
Oh, where you're like
Indonesian.
reloading the gun with blood and stuff. That is.
Yeah.
No, it's the one where he's like fighting a bunch of people, and then you could like pick up a gun. It was made by like a small. I can't remember if it was like Indonesian or other Eastern Asian country. It's the one where I said, "Oh, look, they're in the raid and they're like beating people in a hallway in the apartment." I don't know if you were.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah,
It played very
yeah.
much like Sifu, kind of looking.
You're good. Yeah. Good old Sifu clones.
And then, oh yeah, Scott Pilgrim EX. I'm excited for that one. I just like Scott Pilgrim. The disgusting game that was Scum had people shitting over a ledge.
Yeah. And then you got Splitgate 2.
Splitgate 2 was great. That guy just showed up on stream. He's like, "Yep, I'm releasing this shit. Fuck everyone later." Or he goes, "I'm releasing this shit because it's cool." What were his words? It was cool
I
as
think
fuck.
yeah, I think he said it's cool as fuck.
And then just walked out. Did not take any questions.
Have you guys tried it at all since
No,
then?
not yet.
Not yet.
Not
Not yet.
I've played a little bit of it. I did the quick play, and then I checked out the battle royale that it has.
Oh, how was it?
It's fun. It's very fast paced.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me how much money people are already spending on it, because
Yeah.
I'm already seeing people with the skins,
The
like
cosmetics. Yeah.
crazy cosmetic shit, and I'm just like, okay, this game has been out for maybe a week. How are you already spending this much money on it? But it's fun, no nonsense, just playing
It's
it.
fun.
The movement is great. I love the movement abilities, all that stuff. I wished it had more guns
Mm.
because I played the gun game. They have like a gun game version of it, and brother, if you have a gun game mode and in it you cycle through the same 6 weapons 3 times, you
You
have
need
a
more
problem.
weapons, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still early on, so hopefully that'll
Yeah.
get remedied. But
Other than that, it's fun.
Remedy. Nothing from those guys.
finally got a release date for fucking Mecha Break after radio silence after the beta, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Remedy does have something. There's a game set in the Control universe.
Oh yeah, FPC Firebreak. It came out.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. It's funny I just said that I was absolutely wrong because I'm making fun of this. That's crazy.
Street
That is-
Fighter announces their season 3 characters, and
Oh
that
my
trailer was actually pretty
God.
good.
The best trailer.
That
My
was a good
God.
trailer. I like that
That was a
trailer.
really good trailer.
And I'm gonna
Street
be real,
Fighter.
dude. I don't know how those drawings are gonna translate into the 3D that Capcom's using, but those characters look sick. Even Sagat looks pretty sick, and I don't like Sagat. So
They
we'll
look
see how it
sick.
goes. Yeah, they do. They usually do a pretty good job. So Steve Viper and Ingrid are looking insane. Alex actually looks like an interesting character, not just like a generic blonde fireman. So I'm on board. Wu Chang, which is that Chinese Dark Souls like, I'm excited for that one. And I think that was it. That was all the big ones. Then you had a bunch of random little games that either we didn't care about or
Pretty much.
they're just like Into the Unwell. Like that's a really cool game in theory, but I'm not gonna play it.
There was one game that that looked good. That kind of reminded me a little Nightmares with a gun.
Oh, it
Little
was
Nightmares with the Guns. That was hilarious.
yeah. It was wasn't
Because you
was
can
it
solve everything with gun. So you
with
know.
yeah, pretty much it's America. That's the world we live by. Is it Blighted?
No, I gotta look for it now.
Is it Mio? Memories in Orbit? I think it's Mio.
No, it was. If I can find it. Fuck.
I'm gonna fucking look up Mio, and if it's not, I'm gonna fucking. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but
End of Abyss, I believe that's what it was.
End of Abyss. That's the title.
Yeah, End of Abyss.
oh, okay, I see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. I missed that one. It was next to the cube.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, overall it was pretty good, pretty fun. I've missed who knows how much of fucking CEO now. Now I gotta wait for the stream for top
They
8
just
later.
finished- Yeah, they just
There's
finished
be some
top
recaps.
16. So top 8 is at 3 p.m.
Did my boy Yagami make it out? I gotta look this
He
up.
sure
Hold on.
did.
Let's
Really
fucking
did.
go.
And then
Sorry.
losers.
Sorry, T.
Yeah, he was in losers earlier, so it's fine. He's still in it. That's all I care about. He's the only reigning representative we get nowadays. Who's he up against first round? Farzine. Fuck. All right, my boy Yagami's got this.
Yeah. I think there's probably.
Yeah, I
all-
think that's it. We covered a good chunk of what we wanted to talk about. Obviously, I think next week we'll probably talk about. We'll go back to more fighting game focused things. It was just
Yes,
a
we
lot.
will.
We got a lot of fighting, not fighting game. We got a lot of video game kind of news just kind of thrown at us over the last 2 weeks. So we wanted to cover it, talk about it a little bit, give our impressions.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
See you guys next time.
See ya.
peace.